class. I had posted lecture notes for week 2 just to give you additional information about interpersonal conflict that was not covered in the readings. So anyway, I'm going to do a series of very short lectures so you can watch them as you can rather than having to download it and it be a very long lecture. So anyway, here it goes. You know what separates us from other species on the earth is our ability to communicate. We both have written language and spoken language. However, our individual capacity to communicate really varies from person to person. So much of it depends on what was modeled at home and what was learned through other sources in your primary education and that kind of thing. Most people don't communicate very well. And so this class hopefully will teach you some good communication skills and techniques, not only to help yourself, but to help you when you're working with other people. I think most conflict majors or people in business have a passion to work with other people. So I think this will help you. You know, one of the things that I learned early on when I shared in my introductory video was moving to Virginia. There was a very different culture. Now, Texas is a very low context culture. So there's not much left to the imagination. What they say is generally what they mean. Although they have a very, very dry sense of humor. And there are lots of euphemisms used and that kind of thing. So I learned very early on that one of those euphemisms got me in a lot of trouble in Virginia. So kind of what happened was my oldest daughter ice skates competitively and did all through school. She doesn't now, but did. And she's a ginger and a very passionate person. And one particular morning, she was having a very, very bad time on the ice with a couple of jumps. And so she kept kicking the ice with her toe pick, which is like a big no-no because the Freon pipes are fairly close to the surface and they can be nicked, and when that happens they have to shut down the whole sheet of ice and melt it and fix the Freon pipes, which really makes a lot of people very angry, particularly hockey players. They and figure skaters, sometimes there's a little bit of a difficulty there. And for those that play hockey or figure skate, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway, she had kicked the ice several times, and I kind of muttered to myself, I'm just going to kill her. So frustrated, I'm going to kill her. Well, the other mothers overheard me say this, and all of a sudden they kind of walked off, you know. And then their elected spokesperson came back to talk to me. And basically what she said was, I think you better let your daughter come home with us, and we'll take your youngest child too, because obviously you're very frustrated and we don't want you hurting your daughters because we just know, you know, because you've just moved, it's frustrating and that kind of thing. And I went, what? Oh my God, you thought I was going to kill my daughter? No. It is our way of expressing we're really mad, and we are going to have a chat with the person that is the object of our frustration. And I said, you really thought I was going to hurt her? Oh yes, we really thought you had planned to take her home and hurt her. And I was like, oh my God, no. So that was my first experience of, one, getting the knives out of my back, and then learning that some people take what you say literally. And that was definitely a bit of a difficult learning lesson. So anyway, interpersonal communication differences can lead to conflicts, and some of those reasons are culture, education, familial background, values, morals, language. And other things can also contribute to conflicts, and we will talk about those in a few minutes.